Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Chinese ebook before it's gone.
Hi everybody, Inru here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer most of your common Chinese questions. The question for this lesson is, what is the difference between Mandarin and Chinese? Sometimes people say they speak Chinese, and sometimes they use the word Mandarin. The two words seem almost interchangeable. Mandarin, also known as Standard Chinese, 普通话, is the official language of mainland China and Taiwan. It's also one of the 4 official languages of Singapore. It's the national language that's taught in schools, and it's based on the standard dialect spoken in Beijing, the capital city of China. While Chinese is a more general term, it refers to a group of languages spoken by the Han people, an ethnic group of East Asia. Chinese language includes a variety of regional dialects, such as Mandarin, Cantonese, Shanghainese, etc. As a matter of fact, each town has its own dialect. When people from different areas talk to each other in their own dialect, chances are they won't be able to understand each other. For example, in Shanghainese, people greet each other by saying 侬好, whereas in Cantonese, people say 你好. That is why a common dialect is needed for more effective communication throughout the whole country. With a standard dialect, we can all greet each other by saying 你好, and nobody gets confused. Since most Chinese people speak Mandarin, when people refer to the Chinese language, they often mean Mandarin. How was it? Pretty interesting, right? Do you have any more questions? Leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. See you in the next episode. 我们下期再见吧 Bye! Hi everyone, Andrew here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer most of your common Chinese questions. The question for this lesson is, how do I pronounce the pinyin initials C, Q, X, Z, ZH? Most pinyin initials or consonants have very similar pronunciations to their English counterparts, but there are a few sounds that may not sound the way you'd expect. Now let's look at some of the difficult consonants to pronounce in Chinese pinyin. C sounds like ts, as in 菜, vegetable or dish, 醋, vinegar, and 猜错, to get something wrong. Z sounds like z, as in 汉字, Chinese characters, 儿子, son, 自己, oneself. Q sounds like qi, but with a flat tongue and a flat mouth. For example, qi, energy, 钱, money, 亲戚, relatives. Another initial sound that may be different from English or your mother tongue is X. It sounds like xi, but once again, your tongue is flat here. Xi, west, 小, small, 谢谢, thank you, and 学校, school. Now let's look at the double initial ZH. You may see it in some very common Chinese family names like Zhang, Zhou, Zheng, and in this word, 中国, China. ZH sounds like the first sound in jerky, with the tip of the tongue raised against the hard palate. Try 战争, war, 珍珠, pearl, 这种, this kind. As some of you may be wondering, aren't consonants or pinyin initials supposed to be quiet, without the vibration of vocal cords? Why do Chinese teachers and friends say 波, ci, de, fo, ge instead of b, c, de, f, ge? Well, it's because when Chinese people learn pinyin at school, they're taught to pronounce them with a vowel to make the sounds clearer and easier to say. So Chinese may pronounce all the initials as bo, ci, de, fo, ge, he, ji, ke, le, mo, ne, po, qi, ri, si, te, xi, zi, chi, shi, zhi。这些词你都会念了吗？我们这个系列怎么样？有趣吗？你喜欢吗？ Can you pronounce all these words now? How's our series? Is it interesting? Do you like it? How was it? Pretty interesting, right? Do you have any more questions? Leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. That's all for today. 今天就到这里。I'll see you in the next episode. 我们下期再见。Bye. Hi everybody, Inru here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer most of your common Chinese questions. The question for this lesson is, does 你好 really mean hi? 你好 and hi. Are these two greetings the same? Actually, they're not. 你好 in Chinese is a very formal greeting. It's usually used when people meet for the first time. You can use it in self-introductions such as 你好，我叫玛丽。你好，很高兴认识你。Or you can use 你好 as a phrase to get a stranger's attention when you need to ask a question or favor. For example, you need to get to some place, so you may stop a passerby by saying 你好，请问一下，电影院怎么走？ Or when you're ordering food in a restaurant, you may say 你好，我要一份1号套餐。Well, if 你好 is used in formal situations with people you don't really know, how do you greet people you do know? Well, it's definitely not necessary to use 你好 to your best friends when you bump into them on the street. You can simply say hi to them in English, or the Chinese version, hi. This is essentially a translation from English. Hi is a very popular greeting among young people, so feel free to use it as you do in English. If you haven't seen your friend for a while, you may say, Hi, 玛丽，好久不见，最近好吗? Or you can simply say their name and then continue with some small talk. For example, it's mealtime. You could say, 玛丽，吃了吗? This is a very informal greeting, but so commonly used. After all, eating is a big deal in Chinese culture. What if you're greeting someone you know, but they're your supervisor or your senior? To make it more polite, you can address them by their title, then add a 好 after the title. Say you see your teacher, it's considered polite to greet them by saying 某某老师好. If the teacher's name is Li, you'll say 李老师好. If you see your manager Li, you can say 李经理好. Many times when at work, even if the person you're greeting is the same level as you, or even at a lower level, it's still common to address them by their surname followed by the title. How was it? Pretty interesting, right? Do you have more questions? Leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. 我们下期再见，拜拜。
Welcome to Introduction to Chinese. My name is Alicia, and I'm joined by...
Hi everyone, I'm Ray.
In this lesson, you'll learn the basics of Chinese writing. Unlike English, which is an alphabetic language, Chinese is written with characters. These represent both sound and meaning.
Each Hanzi has one syllable. One or more syllables make up a word. So in Chinese, a word can be made up of one or more Hanzi. For example, the word Hanzi is made of two syllables. The first one, Han, means Chinese, or the Han people, which is a majority ethnic group in China. The second syllable, 字 means word. So Han and Zi together means Chinese characters.
Although there are more than 50,000 characters in Chinese, you only need to know 2,000 to 3,000 to be considered literate.
Still, memorizing 3,000 Chinese characters sounds like a huge challenge, but it's actually easier than you may think. All Chinese characters are made up of smaller components that are used over and over again in other characters. This means that by learning just one component, you can effectively learn multiple characters at the same time. Let's look at this aspect in more detail.
Most Chinese characters are pictophonetic. They consist of a radical and a phonetic element. These are the technical terms for the components we just talked about. The radical often suggests the meaning of a character. The phonetic part indicates the original pronunciation, which may or may not be the modern pronunciation.
For example, let's look at the character fan, rice or meal. Its radical is, which indicates that this word is related to food or eating. The second part, fan, is a phonetic element. It suggests that its pronunciation is close to the pronunciation of the character fan, meaning opposite.
To be able to recognize and write Chinese characters, you should know the basic radicals. Now we'll give you a few of the most commonly used radicals.
人 or its variation means man or person. It's present in words like 你, you, 他, he, 众, the masses. 女 meaning woman. It's in words like 妈, mom, 姐, older sister, 姑娘, girl. 心 or its variation means heart, 想, to think, 意, to recall. 手 or its variation means hand. It usually appears when the word describes an action using hands, such as 打, to hit, 拉, to pull, 推, to push, 拿, to grab. 口 means mouth. Characters with this radical often involve using your mouth, such as 吃, to eat, 唱, to sing, 吞, to swallow. 目 means eye, 看, to look or see, 睡, to sleep. 言 or its variation means speech, 说, to speak or say, 请, please or to invite, 谢, to thank. 水 or its variation means water, 海, ocean, 河, river, 洗, to wash. 火 or its variation means fire. For example, 烧, to burn, 灯, light, 热, hot. 衣 or its variation means clothing, 衬衫, shirt, 袋子, bag.
Most radicals are at the left or bottom of a character. By identifying radicals, it should be much easier to decode the meaning of new characters. For the phonetic elements, it takes time and effort to memorize their pronunciations. The more you study them, the easier it will be. When writing in Chinese, it's important to know the order of strokes. Knowing the number of strokes is also important when you look up a word in a radical-based dictionary. Some characters can have many strokes, and they can get very complex. If they're not written in the correct order, some characters may even be unreadable. So learning the proper stroke order is quite important. Remember, write from left to right.
川 river. 人 person.
From top to bottom.
三 three.
Horizontal, then vertical.
10 ten. 土 soil.
Outside, then inside.
月 moon. 用 to use.
Inside, then close.
回 to return. 田 farmland.
The middle, then the sides.
小 small. 水 water.
Okay, let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we've learned.
In this lesson, we introduced you to the basics of Chinese characters. You also learned that Chinese characters are comprised of radicals. Finally, you learned some of the most common stroke patterns when writing Hanzi.
In the next lesson, you'll be entering Chinese boot camp, where you'll learn useful beginner phrases to get you speaking Chinese right away. We'll see you in the next lesson. Bye!
Bye! Hi, everybody! I'm Ray from ChineseClass11.com. Do you know what monsters Chinese people are scared of? In this lesson, you'll learn about 3 scary monsters in China. Let's start with the most popular monster, 僵尸. 僵尸. A 僵尸 is a reanimated corpse or a Chinese zombie. This type of zombie can only move by hopping. As the corpse is suffering from rigor mortis, the monsters have greenish white skin and kills living creatures for their life force. You might have heard about the next monster. The next one is 饕餮. 饕餮. It means gluttonous ogre. The 饕餮is a gluttonous ogre who eats precious items. A 饕餮attacks lonely travelers and kills them for their precious items. The Chinese consider this demonic ogre to be one of the 4 evil creatures of the world. That sounds pretty scary, right? Okay, here is the last monster. 女鬼. 女鬼. Have you heard of this one? It literally means female ghost. This is a restless female ghost who committed suicide in a red dress because of the injustice committed against her. She returns as a ghost to take revenge. Let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we've learned. Listen to the names of each monster and repeat after me. Chinese zombie, 僵尸. Gluttonous ogre, 饕餮. Female ghost, 女鬼. Well done! Did you know that there are several Chinese festivals similar to Halloween? These are the Hungry Ghost Festival, the Qingming Festival, the Double Nine Festival, and the Chinese Spring Festival. The Ghost Month, which is the 7th month on the Chinese lunar calendar, and the 15th day of the Ghost Month are also occasions for honoring the souls of the departed with rituals and gifts. And that's it! You just learned about 3 of the scariest monsters in China and several Chinese festivals similar to Halloween. Now, learn Chinese twice as fast by downloading all your PDF cheat sheets, including survival phrases, pickup lines, business etiquette, and more. Check out the description below and go to ChineseClass11.com now. I'll see you next time. 再见.
As
Okay, okay, okay now. Okay. Good. Okay. 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 Similar to Halloween. Okay, this is the same sentence.
Yeah.
The one sentence. Okay, okay. Oh. Ah. Oh, okay. Okay, and that's it.
Hi everyone. Do you know how to say I love you in Chinese? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 different ways to say it. Let's start with how to express your feelings to your loved one.
我爱你，我爱你，我爱你，
Or if you want to explain those butterflies in your stomach, you can say
我喜欢你，我喜欢你，我喜欢你。
And when you feel that I love you is not enough, you can say
无法用言语来形容我对你的爱。无法用言语来形容我对你的爱。无法用言语来形容我对你的爱。
You just learned 3 different ways to say I love you in Chinese. And if you're interested in learning more, don't forget to download your free Romance and Love cheat sheet, which includes romantic words, compliments, and pickup lines. Check out the description below and go to ChineseClass101.com now. See you next time!
你问我爱 Hi! Hello, welcome everyone. I'm Yuting. Today I'm going to tell you 10 ways to remember words. Maybe you can find a really efficient and useful way in this lesson. So let's begin. 我一遍又一遍重复练习阅读、写作和口语。I use repetition, reading, writing, and speaking words over and over again. And I think the key of learning a new language is repetition. I write the Chinese character over and over again. 我听歌并记歌词。I listen to songs and memorize the lyrics. Actually, this way is so useful, and I highly recommended a song that name is The Moon Represents My Heart. 月亮代表我的心。你问我爱。把文字和图片联系起来。Associate the Chinese word with the picture. Yeah, that's a really efficient way. Let me show you an example. This is a picture of mountain, and this is a Chinese character. You see this? Actually, the Chinese character is original from the picture. So it's very easy and vivid to learn new words. 我把新学的词和其他学过的相关词语联系在一起。I categorize the new words with other related words that I already know. For example, today your new word is 热水. It's not 热水. 热水 means hot water. You can associate 热水 hot water with cold water, bottle of water. So blah blah blah. So you can know lots of words about water. So your words will multiply. 我把新学的词和故事、游戏或电影联系在一起。I associate new words with stories, games, or movies. Yeah, it's really a good way to remember new words because in Chinese character, each character have like one story. So if you know story, you can totally learn the words. It's very efficient way and very interesting. 尽量多阅读，尤其是多读报纸，这样有利于我记单词。Reading as much as possible, especially in newspaper, helps me to remember new words. Generally speaking, if you want to read the Chinese book or newspaper, you just need 3,000 Chinese characters. Actually, it's not so hard. If I just know 3,000 English words, I can do nothing. 我尽量在日常生活中使用中文。I try to use Chinese as much as possible in my daily life. Yeah, I think this way is the best way to learn Chinese. Use it as much as possible in your daily life. For example, you can look in the dictionary how to order food in the restaurant. You just use it. 我试着将所学到的新词用在句子里，这样我学会的是完整的表达，而不是一个个单独的词语。I try to use a new word in a simple sentence, so I learn whole phrases, not just individual words. Yeah, that's right. If you just remember only individual words and you don't know how these words performance in the whole sentence, it's useless. So it's better you also remember some sentence. 我尽可能跟母语者说话。I speak as often as possible with the native speaker. Yeah, it's a good way. You can listen the pronunciation from the native speaker, and also the native speaker can correct your pronunciation. 看 ChineseClass101.com 上面的视频。Watch videos of ChineseClass101.com. Yeah, that's a good way, because we have lots of videos and audios. You can repeat and repeat again. Yeah, that's all for today. Today we learned 10 ways to remember words. What kind of way you use and you think is very useful? Please share with us, please. Okay, please comment below and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. See you next time. 你问我爱 Oh, okay, it's too hard. I don't want to sing. Hi guys, welcome. Today our topic is 10 Chinese food. Ho ho ho, my favorite topic. Okay, let's begin. Let's see what we have in this lesson. 拉面 ramen, pot noodles. 拉面 pot noodles. 它为什么叫拉面？因为它是被拉出来的。Why is it called ramen pot noodle? Because the dough was stretched to the thin noodles and drop the noodles into the water, boil it. So you get your ramen. The most famous ramen in China is Lanzhou Ramen. Lanzhou is a place in the north of China. 炒饭 fried rice. 炒饭 fried rice. Ho ho. Chinese people really love rice, so they can cook lots of style of rice. Fried rice is one of them, and the most famous is Lanzhou 炒饭. Lanzhou 炒饭 is made like, of course, rice and green beans, and sometimes with corn. 兰州炒饭是由米饭、绿豆还有玉米炒成的。咕咾肉 sweet and sour pork. 咕咾肉 sweet and sour pork. The dish of 咕咾肉 uses pineapple, so it tastes a little bit sweet and sour. 因为咕咾肉里面用了菠萝，所以它吃起来比较甜和酸。叉烧 char siu, Chinese barbecue pork. 叉烧 char siu, Chinese barbecue pork. I like this one most because this is pork ribs. 叉酥吃起来又甜又咸。The taste of 叉酥 like sweet and salty. 北京烤鸭 Peking duck. 北京烤鸭 Peking duck. 哔哔哔。北京烤鸭应该是中国最出名的菜了。Peking duck may be the most popular dishes for the whole Chinese food. 最出名的烤鸭是全聚德烤鸭。And for the most famous roast duck is the 全聚德 roast ducks. 宫保鸡丁 Kung Pao chicken. 宫保鸡丁 Kung Pao chicken. Yeah. 宫保鸡丁尝起来有些甜又有些酸。宫保 chicken tastes sweet and a little bit sour. 宫保鸡丁是由鸡肉、花生还有黄瓜组成的。宫保 chicken is made from chicken, of course, and peanut and cucumber. 小笼包 soup dumplings. 小笼包 soup dumplings. 小笼包好吃是因为皮儿薄、肉大、汁多。The reason for the 小笼包 is so delicious is because the skin is really thin and the meat is abundant and of course it's very juicy. You can drink the soup first. And if you bought a 小笼包 in Shanghai, there will be a straw in the middle of the 小笼包. So you can use the straw to drink the dumpling soup. This is my 小笼包，哈哈，我要开吃啦。Dangerous because it's so hot, so please careful. 粥，康鸡，粥，康鸡。我每天早晨的早餐都是粥。I eat the 康鸡 every day for my breakfast. 粥有很多种类，康鸡 have lots of varieties. For example, 小米粥、绿豆粥、玉米粥 and my favorite is 皮蛋瘦肉粥. It's made from 1,000 years egg. 粽子 rice dumpling. 粽子 rice dumpling. We eat the rice dumpling in the Dragon Boat Festival. 我们在端午节的时候吃粽子。粽子是由粘米制成的。Rice dumpling is made of sticky rice. It can be salty and sweet. The North people like the sweet rice dumpling, and the South people like the salty rice dumpling. 月饼 mooncake. 月饼 mooncake. 我们在中秋节的时候一边吃月饼一边赏月。We eat the mooncake in the Mid-Autumn Festival and also watch the moon. Okay guys, that's all for today. Today we learned 10 Chinese food. What's your favorite food? Please tell me. My favorite Chinese food is the 叉烧肉 and also 粥. Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Chinese ebook before it's gone.